Roundup weedkiller, 42,000 plaintiffs sue Bayer over glyphosate. Lawsuits against Bayer are on the rise over claims that the company's weedkiller causes cancer. The legal cases have taken a toll on Bayer's share price and reputation.
Here's a summary of the article.
More than 42,000 plaintiffs have joined lawsuits against German chemical giant Bayer, blaming the company's glyphosate-based weedkiller for their cancer. The number of plaintiffs, largely brought by U.S. citizens, is now at 42,700, more than double the 18,400 reported in the middle of July, Bayer announced on Wednesday. The legal cases all concern Roundup, a weedkiller with controversial active ingredient glyphosate. This significant increase is clearly driven by the plaintiff-side television advertising spend, which is estimated to have roughly doubled in the third quarter compared with the entire first half of the year, Bayer said in a statement. However, the number of lawsuits says nothing about their merits, it added. Claims against the company gathered momentum following a lawsuit in August 2018 that found Monsanto, a Bayer subsidiary, should have warned of alleged cancer risks associated with its glyphosate-based weedkillers. Lawsuits against Bayer Monsanto have more than doubled since claimants won a lawsuit against the company in August 2018.
This post received a score of 2,796, with an upvote ratio of 96%. Here are the top comments in response to this article.
Selber should. Bayer had no need to buy Monsanto.
Well, they have enough shit on their hands. Bayer invented and sold heroin. BASF and IG Farben anyone. Bayer is far more evil than one could imagine.
Let us not forget the time they knowingly sold HIV-infected blood.
Reputation? They made Zyklon B.
To be fair, that product did perform as advertised.
What was Bayer thinking? It was obvious that the moment American protectionism wouldn't apply anymore, Monsanto would get sued to shit.
Say what you want about the chemical corporations in question, but all the good evidence points to glyphosate not being a carcinogen. They only had to convince a jury of average Americans, not scientists, that it was harmful.
Notably, this is a civil case. That means they also only need to show that there's potentially a chance that it could cause cancer, not that it definitely does.
Yet it is portrayed in the media as it 100% does.
Bayer used slave labor during WW2. Bayer also killed thousands more recently when they knowingly sent hemophilia medicine that was infected with AIDS. Closing square bracket opening parenthesis.
Bayer also created heroin as a cure for morphine addiction. They lied saying it was not addictive.
Heroin's addictive? Yes.
I bet the lawyers love that. At $20,000 per case in legal bills, that's almost $1 billion just by itself. At least until everything is rolled into a class action and everyone involved gets a coupon for 10 bottles of aspirin at 20% off.
And do we have solid science backing up these claims? Or glyphosate bad mkay is credible enough in today's world?
Cell phones cause brain tumors.
Microwaves have literally raped my sister, P. Well, your sister causes malaria and should be banned. I read it on the internet, so it must be true. But there is not proof it causes cancer. Besides, they should have used proper precautions, respirator and protective wear. I sure wouldn't want to be anywhere near it, but is there a conclusive proof it causes cancer in humans?
Every scholarly article I've read has a general conclusion that glyphosate is not carcinogenic to humans and does not pose a health risk.
Wait, isn't the science in this a split decision? The most recent study, meta-study of self-reporting, not experimental, IIRC, by University of Washington has cancer risk of little exposure to high exposure going from 2/100 to 2.8/100, while previous studies have shown no increase. I mean, I know the science doesn't affect perception, but it should the legal cases.
Greater than the most recent study, meta-study of self-reporting, not experimental, IIRC, by University of Washington has cancer risk of little exposure to high exposure going from 2/100 to 2.8/100, while previous studies have shown no increase. It's not the cancer risk of little exposure. That's the cancer risk of the most exposed group of professional pesticide users.
This video was automatically created by Reddit to speech. The article and comments in this video were selected from Reddit according to their upvotes, and any paraphrasing was performed by smmry.com, without any human intervention.